Oi, boys, welcome back to another episode in our multi-year career mode playthrough. We're back here with the Titans what round is it? Round 18 against the Bulldogs. And we're coming off a pretty devastating loss in the previous game against the Sharks where we started hot. We were red hot for like the first 20 minutes and we got rolled. I mean, plain and simple. Today we are once again running with our B team, so to speak. And then in the next video should be our attempt at a sweep in the Origin series. So that should be pretty fun. Until then, shout out to the gang, shout out to the Odd Squad. Make sure you leave a hashtag Odd Squad in the comment section down below. And who knows, maybe you'll see your mug in a future video. But for now, let's jump right into round 18. Alright, so what we need is for our big boppers to get us down the field. If not, we're going to have to put Paddy Herbert and Albert Kelly to work. Brian Kelly for us during this Origin period. I think I've said it in the past, but he's been an absolute beast for us. The scoots from dummy half have been clutch. I've low-key been thinking of chucking him on the left edge and chucking Stags on the right, because Stags, unless he's being put into a gap, hasn't been that effective, but Kelly has created chances of individual efforts, which, I don't know, I think it'll be more useful on the left edge. Oh, by the way, this particular setup, if run right, man, you can create a clean play or a clean line break from that setup. That was a terrible example as players were running into each other, which I guess is pretty good. It's good that the players don't always run perfectly and run smoothly every time. I mean, even in real life, not every set play goes according to plan, as we've seen. I don't know if that was intended by Big Ant on how set plays should work, but you could imagine if they were to run smoothly 100% of the time, the game would get a little stale, and it wouldn't be as fulfilling as when you do actually pull off the perfect play, as we get hammered by the Bulldogs defense here. This is like our 6th or 7th consecutive run, thanks to a tackle count reset as we get it out wide. Philip Sami into the corner. It wasn't the smoothest play, but man, it was satisfying as we got the ball moving, bodies in motion, the decoy runners running under. I thought I caked it there for a second going for the cutout ball, but thankfully the Bulldogs defense was in shambles and we snuck into the corner there with Sami. It's funny because our last game was pretty much how the Titans have been playing this season, starting strong and just fading away as the game went on. And again we start strong, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling the fade, boys. It's almost half time. It's still 6-0. I mean, the good thing is we've managed to keep the Bulldogs out of our 20 essentially, so our defense has been pretty solid, but it's been a bit of a slug ever since we scored that first try here as they make a breakthrough. Dean Britt, the boys are there to clean him up. They're inside the 40. Kalashay to Vitala Mariner, and he'll get wrapped up on the 30. Kalashay running onto it. Esse rushed up, tried to put a hit on him, but he gets bumped off, and Jonas Pearson is unable to wrap him up as well, as the Bulldogs finally score their first points of the match, and that is through Kane Kalashay, I believe. Pretty sure this is the same lad that played for Lebanon. Not too sure if he's made his debut for the Bulldogs though, as Matt Burden ties the game up. Alright, halftime, we head into the sheds, locked at 6 points apiece. If there's anything we've learned during this career mode, is that the games tend to open up in the second half. Looking at the stats though, the game is super close at the moment. No errors, no penalties, and completion wise we are completing at 100%. One of the cleaner games during this Origin period. Maybe we should be up by a bit more, given those stats. As we get started with the Bulldogs here in the second half, Jeremy Marshall King out to Adam Elliott. The Bulldogs will get wrapped up around their 30 as they look to power their way downfield through Will Hopper. But so far so good. If we can keep them in the 40 and a forward pass. I was just about to say if we can keep them in their 40 and force them to kick early, but hey, we'll take that forward pass. I'll be honest, the pass didn't even look forward to me, but we will gladly take the scrum on the 30 as we go for a simple switch on the back of the scrum, and Paddy Herbert just streaks right through. I'm telling you, man, it's that 90 overall for Paddy. It's actually crazy that he can't get it right in the starting side, given we did sign Gordoni Stags, but just a simple play. If you look closely, I didn't hold sprint until the last second, and that managed to get us through the line untouched, which is pretty rare. Second tackle, we are on the halfway line here, and Peachy's unable to get the pass away. Peachy has been an absolute gun for us in the 13 this season. As Sam McIntyre running the inside ball play, we dead set send him into a brick wall as we come back down this left edge, and we again are unable to get that pass away. Fifth and last. Peachy in at first receiver as we drop it on the toe. We try to put in another grubber. This was intended for Fogarty. Thankfully we didn't score off that short grubber kick. Cheese. You know, we'll have to keep our tries looking decent. There'll be a time when we have to pull some cheese out to score some points, but this game doesn't feel like it, as the Bulldogs will get the tackle count reset. They send it back out to Vitala Mariner. First tackle for the Bulldogs, sitting just outside their 30. They again come down the short side through Luke Thompson. And what a buy he's been for the Bulldogs this season. There was a lot of hype surrounding Luke Thompson last year. I personally haven't seen anything prior to him playing for the Bulldogs this season, and I've got to say he's been pretty impressive. I'm not that surprised given that the English imports, the forwards in particular, do really well when they come to the NRL. Not all of them, but a majority of them do, as the Bulldogs looking pretty solid here in this set. Will Hopoate shrugs off one defender, skips around another, and their third will fall off as Will Hopoate puts in a superhuman effort to get the Bulldogs their second try of the match. That right there is the damn dangers of playing on legend difficulty. There's always that one standout player. This time it's a Will Hopper that's just hard to pull down. Last episode it was Jesse Ramian. See if we can sneak a 40-20 in. Fogarty, not quite the angle we needed, fielded by Hopoate as he skips around two defenders once again. Make that 3, 4, 5. That right edge is in shambles. Finally, the skipper Jamal Fogarty finally wraps up Will Hopper as Vitala Mariner takes it to the line, 20 meters out. Second, they go wide, and Burton on the stroke of the 70th minute nails the one-pointer from right in front. Full time, and boys, in round 18 we fall short yet again, this time to the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. We lose by 1 point. Will Hopoate had a dominant second half, ran all over us. I'd say he even topped that strong showing by Jesse Ramian in the previous video. As we look at the full-time match stats, and rightfully so, Will Hopper picks up man of the match as always. If you enjoyed that and would like to see more Rugby League 4 content or more content in general, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you.
So I better watch what I say. Ay,
later.
Maxis and shock, strictly urchins up in my block. I'm from that city where we hit P&Rs and B&Hs to get doshed. Drop that bag, that and then slang it, distribute that to the spot. Kick down doors, lad, if I get the word that them ops are setting up shop and take that block.